Hello, folks. Brad coming at you here with a pretty big mail day. Some of you may remember I bought this card at the 21 National in Chicago, and I was looking for a 7, but I came across this 8, and it was just looked so good that I couldn't pass it up, and I'm glad I got it. Like, if you know anything about these cards, this is like about as good. You ain't gonna find many better examples than this guy. So I was lucky enough to get that in an 8. So I paid up a little bit for it, but it was more than worth it. But I got its little buddy from the year before finally. Recently, Big Scott 35 sent me a raw version of this, which was my first one in the collection, and I've been saying for a couple years now I was going to try to add a 7 of this guy from 1968 Topps. I got a Bob Griese in an SGC 7. So got this for $200. So I'll tell you what I paid for it. $200. I was looking to pay $250 or less for the properly graded copy. The reason why it's taken me so long is honestly I think a lot of these are misgraded, quite frankly. I will say, like, I'm not a big grading guy. So for this particular card, I have noticed, and I don't know if this goes for everything, but you see the front, a little slightly cockeyed, which is typical for this card, but great color to it. That was the main thing. Decent centering, great color, right? And then on the back, you'll see it's slightly cockeyed, a little off center, But I noticed in the PSA 7 versions, usually it's this side. I mean, you're talking is almost touching the edge. This border here is almost touching the edge of the card, and they still gave it a 7. And I saw that on a lot of them. And I'm like, so did you just not grade the back of the card or what? I found it very odd, so I don't know if that's a typical PSA trait or not. So when this SGC popped up on an auction, I was like, now that looks like it's a 7. Like, I look at that and go, that looks like a 7 to me. So, really happy to add that. So now I got him and his buddy there. 2 nice copies. Again, I'm not a huge, I don't chase vintage cards. I only wanted some of the main rookies, I think I want to try to get, at some point, a Mercury Morris and Jake Scott at the 71 set, I think it is. So, might try that at some point. But these were the 2 main ones I wanted to get vintage-wise. So, yeah, for you vintage guys, you got a little vintage on the channel. You don't see that a ton for me, but 2 good examples, I think. 2 studs. Back when we actually won stuff. But, yeah, that's what I got. So, yeah, let me know. And this isn't to get into some kind of grading war in the comments. Just, does PSA typically not grade the back of the card the same way they grade the front? Because, the front would look the same as this SGC 7, but when you turned it around, like I said, this thing would be, almost touching the edge. So, my camera doesn't like the back of this card. But, like I said, good color to it. Real happy with that example. I think it looks good in the SGC. I like both of them. And some people hate the Beckett slabs. I like the gold label 9.5 Beckett slabs. I don't like the silver. But, yeah, I don't really have a problem with any of the grading companies' looks. They all have their... I think they both look fantastic. So, thanks for watching, guys. Next video should be the YouTube Hall of Fame nominees. I need to get that video out. But yeah, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.